So unlike the knee ligaments are, in terms of surgery-wise, a lot more relevant. Whereas ankle are so rare in terms of surgery approach in kids. Ankle sprains, a lot of them, but only you can see that only 0.5% require a surgery. Okay, so a little bit of anatomy of we all know about the lateral structure and the medial structure, but injury to posterior and also the deltoid are much rarer compared to the ATL-FL. So, but this is one concept, although it's very rare in surgery. I like to get you guys to be interested in this. It's called the high ankle sprain. This is the one that getting more and more when kids actually play soccer in the higher. I don't know about hockeys in Indian kids. Certainly last time only 1%, but now certainly get more and more. And this is something that I love to do, what you call a squeeze test or external rotation test. And gradually, if X-ray and MRI, you will help this. And the reason why this is getting popular is, I don't know about Chital had the same experience, because Arthrex came out with this new toy called tightrope around the ankle. And it's very nice because it basically drill through fibula onto tibia and come back, and this really tighten the fibula to tibia in this high ankle sprain. But low ankle sprain is something that we guys see a lot, okay? So you always get to see this grade 1, grade 2, very mild, and grade 3 a lot more often, but most of the time you actually get to treat them conservatively first. But all of you get to see this. I just took this picture before coming here. I just got the latest recurrent sprain. This kid, 16-year-old, you can see the left side is really swollen, after 10 times ankle injury, and the right side is perfect. And the left inner also is all swollen. And treatment-wise, of course, we all know that still to support casting for grade 3. And only in recurrent cases, then you suggest Broston operation. But when patient have chronic ankle instability, one thing you must bear in mind, you must treat and investigate for this. Okay, a lot of them will have this underlying or missed osteochondral lesion in the talus, either part of the OCD, osteochondritis dissecans, or actually part of the initial sort of trauma osteochondral injury. So something that you need to bear in mind when you treat so-called recurrent ankle sprain. This is one really take-home message. And or otherwise, you'll be surprised when you do your ankle arthroscopy. When you're trying to do your ankle reconstruction at the time, you end up actually finding, oops, there's a lesion at the top of the talus. So some of the clinical example. This is a lovely kid who actually had the previous injury, and then later she kept on getting recurrent sprain, and she could not recall. She could recall, but we could not get the X-ray film of how did she get this original injury at the tip of the fibula. And you can see that poor thing, she really get fluid around the area, and also she has associated chronic avulsion and also chronic ATFL injury. So in fact, after going home, in about a week or so, I'll be operating on her to reconstruct the ATFL. And then this is another girl who was a school hockey player, and she had 5-time inversion injury and anterior jaw positive. And you can see the MRI, she gets ATFL injury as well. And this is one of those cases that we did arthroscopic rostrum. And similarly, another boy who now is 18, when we did him about 17, again, the same recurrent inversion injury, all at the anterolateral aspect of the ankle, and also underwent arthroscopy. So the thing about ankle arthroscopy in this age group of patient, I mean, I'm no expert, so a lot of time some of my friends did come and help me with the foot ankle surgeon. The beauty is, they are very clean. Unlike my friends show me some of the adult ankle surgeon, it look a mess inside. This is like really nice and pristine. All right, so actually not as difficult as you, even as a newbie, to do this. So you basically clean up all the area, and make sure there's no osteochondral lesion in the talus, and then basically you drill a tunnel through the fibula. And after drill another 2 tunnel at the talus and calcaneum. And Arthrex have a very nice, almost an MPFL, 2-limb kind of thing, allograft. So you create this drill tunnel prepare the tunnel, roid at the fibula. And then the same thing, you pass up all your sutures and all that. And again, Alaric hated all this. All that suture crossing left, right, center, because there are 2 limbs, so you try to connect all. I don't know, Alaric had this problem about sutures. I don't know why, childhood trauma. So anyway, so that's how it's going to be done. And then you put inside, and then after you pass through, and then you get, you can see that the one on top and cross, and you pull your 2 limbs together, and this will be a nice reconstruction.